A late goal, meaning Lyon bring a 2-2 draw to Old Trafford, a match that we should probably have won. David May and Phil Barsley here with me in the Manchester suite with 500 invited fans watching the big Europa League quarter-final. And we all know what the headlines will be, Bardo. It's, unfortunately for Andre, 2 goalkeeping mistakes have cost us tonight.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, Sully. You go away and, put a performance in like they did, especially second half. I thought it was far the superior side. Created chances, looked dangerous on the counter-attack, as we spoke about before the game. We knew that would be the case in this game. The longer the game went on, the more Lyon had come out and try and obviously open us up. But on the flip side, we were so dangerous on the counter-attack. But we've gifted them 2 goals tonight, which is so disappointing after a really positive performance.
The second half was good, Maisie. We had a lot more control, created the best of the chances, and we should be bringing a 2-1 lead back to Old Trafford.
Should be having a 2-goal lead. Do you know what? Sometimes you get stuck for words, but how long do you keep playing him, whether it's confidence or whatever it is, lack of ability? But he's had 2 absolute shockers tonight. Shockers. And do you know what? The lads did ever so well to get back in the game, to get to half-time 1-1, and then, Josh scores a great header, great ball from Bruno, and then that of the death. Al just said there that's a killer, and it is a killer. It really is. Because the lads absolutely worked the socks off for 95 minutes, and to get let down again by the goalkeeper with a mistake like that, it's not good enough. It really isn't good enough.
The positive is that we do bring a draw back to Old Trafford and will be firm favourites to progress. What we've seen of Lyon tonight, they don't have too many weapons, it seems. Mikatawadze was lively up front. He's quite sharp, quick as. Cherky was pretty quiet, I thought, and then pops up with the all-important contribution, the goal. But there's nothing to be scared of with Lyon.
No, they're certainly not. They give you chances, that's for sure. We've seen tonight, we created a boatload of chances. Obviously, put a couple away, but we had a lot of chances we could have scored from. Attacking wise, they're okay. They get in some good areas, they're interlinking around the box without having a real cutting edge or a striker through the middle who can penetrate and score goals. I think they often puffed around the box, but on the whole as a game, I thought we were the better side. I thought we had the better chances. I thought second half we controlled the game, and it played into our hands when they come out the block, try to chase the game. And so unfortunate, like Maisie said, you go away from home on a European night in a big game in a quarter-final, you score 2 goals, but on the other hand you concede 2 poor goals. It's just disappointing to take, but the beauty of football, you've always got a chance to put it right, and next Thursday night here will be rocking. We've got to put a similar performance in again.
It's similar to the Real Sociedad game, Maisie. Over in San Sebastian, we were the better team and brought a 1-1 draw back to Old Trafford and really played well to beat Real Sociedad 4-1 here. So it's a similar vibe really to that.
Well, it is. I mean, the lads in the dressing rooms will be absolutely gutted at the moment because, as I said, they put on a brilliant performance, got back in the game and leading the game and probably pretty comfortable, to be fair. But they get let down. But as Bardo just said there, you get another opportunity to finish them off, and we'll do that here next week. You just took a draw at the beginning of the game. We all said that, but you get a great opportunity to probably finish them off. They'd have been absolutely devastated getting beat 2-1 at home. But we've got another chance, and we've got to make sure that we play the same way. Take our chances when they come, because we had 2 or 3 good chances, particularly in the second half as well with Garnacho at the far post. Possibly should have done better. But we have another chance at finishing the tie off on Thursday.
In terms of our 2 goals though, Lenny Yoro getting his first United goal right at the end of the first half. What a moment for the young Frenchman.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a beautiful ball from Bruno. I actually thought Harry was going to get his head on it. The ball was that good, enticing people just to attack the ball across that front post there. But you know, in football, you got to keep the ball alive in the opposition box, and we did that. And you know, Lenny got a decent goal from it. And obviously Josh's ball, Bruno at the thick of it again. What a lovely little ball to the back post, and a brave header to head it back across the keeper and in over him. It was, I think you mentioned at half-time, Sully, will the manager look to make changes and players to come on to impact the game? You look at it tonight again, Josh Zirkzee coming on and making a difference. Every young player that watches football should watch that, and they should be zoned into every game they watch, because at any time you could get called into a game and you have to come on and make an impact like he's done tonight. Yeah,
it was a good impact, and he deserved to get the winning goal, Joshua Zirkzee, for his performance when he came on. But what about Bruno's ball? I think you mentioned it there, Barder. What about Bruno's ball into him? It's
brilliant, mate.
Beautiful
Brilliant
cross.
Ball in. And that's what Bruno's been doing all season. I mean, Josh finished that one off. But he's been doing that all season, where he's created many chances, but we're not taking them. Josh was a far post, great header, and it deserved to win the game. It really did deserve to win the game. But as we've said, 2-2 is not the worst result, but it should be 2-0. It should be 2-0. And
it's difficult, mate, isn't it, when we're so comfortable, 2-1 up going. We're still breaking on the counter attacks, and then to concede a goal late on, it's just a killer.
Let's finish it now. Let's go. The way we were playing, it looked like we would get the next goal and bring a 3-1 win.
I thought the manager bringing on the subs when he did was brilliant. Just added a little bit more impetus, a little bit more class going forward. Mason Mount coming on, Zirkzee coming on, changed the game a little bit as well, because he interlinked with all the players. Thought he did very well when he came on.
Yeah, great to see Colby back on the pitch as well. Showed some really nice touches when he came on. Okay, let's get